For those who don't know me, I'm a senior planner, currently working in neighborhood planning under the city manager's office. My breast cancer journey started back in actually 2001. In 2001, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. At the time, she found the lump in her breast. My mother didn't have insurance. So it wasn't until 90 days later when her insurance kicked in, she actually went to the doctor, and by that time it was stage 4. Needless to say, unfortunately 9 months later, my mom succumbed to breast cancer. So that began our breast cancer journey. She was the first person in our family ever to have breast cancer, so there was no history. Fast forward 2019, I began getting regular mammograms. Typically, they advise start getting mammograms about the age of around 30. Because of my mother's condition, I started when I was 25, and I consistently got those mammograms. 2019, I got a call and was informed that I too had breast cancer. Because of my regular meetings and going and getting this done, they were able to find it early, so through early detection, it had not metastasized, and I took a different approach because of what my mom went through. I did a radical approach, and I opted for a double mastectomy. And that was a choice I made because I knew with her, it was in one breast, and then they got it out on one breast, and then a month or two later, it had metastasized to the other one. So I chose to do double mastectomy. That journey for me was a difficult journey. At the time, my daughter was in middle school, so the only thing I could think about was, God, why me? And immediately I got this voice that said, why not you? I feel like, or I know, there was a purpose for me. And God really just told me in that still voice, you can handle it. I know you can handle it, and this is the voice I need for others. So since that time, I have been an advocate. Anybody I come across, I'm not afraid to tell my journey. I have come across several other people that have gone through this, and I truly believe my journey has helped others. So I encourage everybody that 15, 20 minutes of discomfort can save a life. Get your mammograms. Early detection is key.
Hello everyone, I'm Nucole Howard from Parks and Recreation, and my breast cancer story started back in September 2016. I went to get my regular normal mammogram. I was 46, got a mammogram every year since 40. And they mailed me a letter that said that I had to be, they needed further testing. I went and I got a biopsy. When the biopsy came back, they said that there was something abnormal in my right breast. I also chose to opt out to a double mastectomy. And
Take your time.
me, a single parent of 5, I'm like, Lord, why me? I chose to remove them so the cancer couldn't go to the next breast. Losing the hair, losing the everything, you would think that it would just strip a woman. I told that devil, it's a lie. It's a lie. I was the only one in chemo. Everything praying and just lifting everyone, because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's nothing that no one can strive. And I just thank God and all of my supporters who supported me. And I just want to say again to everyone, all the ladies, get checked. Get checked. Get checked. Because I was the first one in my family to have this.
I am Nichelle in HR, and 2012, my life was a mess. I was a mess. I was in a toxic marriage, and I just wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't putting me first. And then I got my, I'm gonna claim it. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and that was a catalyst. I needed to make some serious changes, and I did. I changed my perspective. I changed my reaction to people and to things. I changed my eating habits, and I still struggle, backsliding sometimes. I have some Cheetos. But it's been 10 years. I'm done with cancer. Moving on to the next speaker.
I'm Angela McCrary. I'm from the customer care department. I am a 2-time breast cancer survivor. In May of 1997, I was 27 years old, and I had 3 young boys. The baby was 11 months old, 3 and 8. It's Joshua, Justin, and Jordan. I was faced with fear at that time because I really didn't know what to do. That was in 97. But I have to back it up from my testimony. My mom died of cancer in 95. So it feels like you're just, all alone. You have these kids, you really don't have nobody to bounce on. And I'm the 3rd generation of breast cancer, being a survivor, because my grandmother found out about it, and the older generation don't really share with others what's going on. So she found out she had breast cancer, and she quickly passed away from it. My mom, we got to go through the journey with her. But my mom never made it to 50 years old. For those who know me in the city, when it's birthday time, I party hard for my birthday. Why 53 was this year? That means I made it past 50. So I'm thankful every single day. Every single day. Birthday in September, I party on no into October because I am a survivor. So that's May of 1997. My doctor told me on a late Friday, I kept sitting there seeing everybody leave. And so I got a little attitude and say, what's going on? It's time to see me. Because you bring me in there to tell me I got a feeling it's some bad news. So I'm the last one, and she tells me that it just feels like your life is crushed. But I ain't gonna give y'all no sermon today, but how many of us know that there's a God who healeth thee? And that's when you have to pull back on what you know. And if you're gonna talk about it, you gotta be about it and stand on your most holy faith, all right? So then we coming up on August of 2000. Well, then in 97, I forgot to tell you, it was invasive carcinoma in situ, meaning the enemy tried to play with my mind because I breastfed my baby. Remember, he was 11 months old. Mine was found in the ducts of my breast. So that was in my right breast. And the only way I found out was by it is laying on my stomach. I saw blood on my bed. So ladies, we have to be careful. We have to watch everything, even in our undergarments. When I found it, I said, is there a cut on me? My husband says no. So then when I go to do laundry, it's in the right side of my bra. So we need to pay attention to our lingerie and look at things. It's okay to look at yourself. It's you. You're beautiful. Right. But that's how I found out, and it was from bleeding of the nipple. So you can only imagine how I felt after breastfeeding my son. But it's August 2000, and I'm faced with it again, just from and I was blessed to be a part of a research for my doctor. And she said that this was onset of cancer, so it was in my left breast. But out of that, I was able to get fabulous tummy tuck. So, and in doing that tummy tuck, I was able to use the bottom part of my stomach for the top part for my breast, and I'm thankful. I don't mind sharing my testimony because God has brought me a long way. Now, I didn't tell you at first, but I was a stage 4 invasive carcinoma in situ, and that means it was in my breast that moved to my lymph nodes. Those were removed, so they were able to get all of my cancer. I have never had a day of chemo nor radiation, and I don't say that just because I think that I am somebody or that is nothing, to have it. But my oncologist, she said, April, if you are believing God for your miracle or for Him to heal you, I'm gonna pray with you. And that meant something to me. And she did. And I said, I want to be sure, Doc, because I can do whatever needs to be done. But I know that I had already asked God to heal me. And then I asked Him to let me see my children get grown. Right now they are 23, 27, 25, and I'm thankful for that. Because He has done what He said He would do. And now I'm standing before you as a living testimony of what God can do in our lives. And He can heal you. If it's somebody that's going through today, reach out to others and talk to them and just see. I'm not pushing my religion on you because all I can do is tell you my testimony. All right? But I thank God when I look around the room for those that are survivors and that we have made it. And I'm thankful for this time. All right?